Good morning everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you. I, Archita Saxena, request you all to join me for the prayer. Join your hands and close your eyes. Dear God, Heavenly Father, grant me each day the desire to do my best to grow mentally and morally as well as physically, to be kind and helpful to my classmates and teachers, to be honest with myself as well as others. Help me to be good sport and smile when I lose as well as I win. Teach me the value of true friendship. Help me always to conduct myself so as to bring credit to my school. Amen. Now, I will request Rehan to share the thought of the day.
Good morning, teachers and dear friends. Today, I, Rehan Bisht, is here to say the thought of the day. The thought of the day is education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. The meaning of the thought is education teaches us how to think and solve problems in our life. It is to create the capacity of integrated understanding and an ability to use the knowledge intelligently. Now I request Principal Ma'am to share a few words with us.
Thank you, children, for the lovely prayer and the beautiful thought of the day. So if you all remember, last week I had spoken to all of you about the Paralympics, and I had spoken to you about how all these people, despite whatever difficulty or disability they might have gone ahead and made our country proud. Now, yesterday, day before yesterday, when all the games got over, we have seen how well our country has done at this Paralympics and how these Paralympians have made us really proud. We have 19 medals, the biggest haul ever in any major game event, sports event. And we have reason to be specially proud because our own district collector, the DM of Gautam Budh Nagar, of Noida district, has won a silver medal in badminton. He participated in the Paralympics, and I'm sure some of you may have heard about it or read about it in the newspaper, and how he has been honored and felicitated by all the people of Noida and in and around Gautam Budh Nagar for his achievement. So, you know, he is an IAS officer, which in itself is a huge achievement. And to be able to manage his work, which is so time consuming and such a responsible job, he manages to take time out even to play and to keep himself physically, mentally fit. So there's a lesson for all of us to learn in this, that it is not necessary that because you've been an achiever in one field, you cannot be an achiever in another field. He did his IAS and passed IAS, the Indian Administrative Services, on his own merit, not because he had any other disability. And he says that with great pride. And it was so nice to hear the Prime Minister talk with him and congratulate him on his victory. So children, these are people who should become our role models. We should learn from all these people that we can balance things in our life, that we can find time to do so many things that we want to do. It is not necessary that if we are good at academic work, we only stick to that and say, oh, we have a test coming, we are not going to play, we'll get less marks. No, not at all. You should be able to divide your time and balance all your activities. I think I've spoken to you at length about this even earlier. Today, I just wanted you to know that we are so proud of our own DM, right? And I just wanted to touch upon another aspect of our lives. This is the season of various festivals that we celebrate in our country. We just celebrated Krishna Janmashtami, and you children put up such a beautiful show. And we are now heading towards another major festival for all Indians, and that is Ganesh Chaturthi, which will start on the 10th, that is day after tomorrow. Now, as you all might know, Ganesh is a much loved deity, much loved God. He's very special. He is the God who is worshipped first in any kind of a puja. And the form of Ganesh itself is so special, and it has a special significance. Every part of the body of Sri Ganesh is said to convey to us a message and a lesson for us to take in our lives. Ganesh is worshipped for good fortune. Ganesh is worshipped to give us various kinds of attributes, and each part of his body signifies a particular attribute that we all should have in ourselves. For example, his large ears, you know that he has the ears of an elephant. Okay, so his large ears remind us all the time, or they tell us that you should listen carefully and listen more than you talk. That's what the large ears of Ganesh tells us. And you have seen that his head is also so large, and his large head symbolizes wisdom, knowledge, clear thinking, and also the power to judge good from bad. Then you see that he has very small little eyes, beady eyes as we call them in English. Now his tiny eyes symbolize the importance of being able to pay attention and to concentrate, because that is the only way you can learn. And then you see that he has a small mouth. I told you, talk less, listen more. So the small mouth signifies this feature, that you concentrate on listening and gaining wisdom rather than all the time talking and not really gaining anything. Then he has a large trunk, okay? And his trunk is so flexible. And this trunk symbolizes how easily he can adapt and change to various circumstances. And then, of course, you know that he has this large belly, this large stomach. And this large stomach says that it becomes a seat of being able to take in all good food and for good digestion. And it symbolizes the ability to be able to take in wisdom and store it. Okay, and that's what his large stomach is, a treasure of knowledge of all things good. Okay, and he has this little vahan, as we call it. Okay, Mushika Vahan is what we call Ganesh. Ganesh rides on a little mouse. And this little mouse also is very significant, because that is the vehicle of Sri Ganesh, and it reminds Sri Ganesh to be down to earth, right? And also it signifies the relationship of this tiny creature with this big Lord of us, you know, the one who governs us. And then you have other things that he carries in his hand. He has a modak in one hand, he has an axe in another, a rope in another hand, and all these signify various things. The modak symbolizes all good things, the abundance of love and the goodwill that he blesses us with. He has an axe in one hand to cut away all that is unnecessary, detach yourself. Okay, so these are various kinds of attributes that Lord Ganesh has, and we worship him in this form. And generally, on the day of Ganesh Chaturthi, in many parts of India, the clay idol, a clay idol is worshipped. It's specially bought for worship, and a clay idol is worshipped because it is believed that Sri Ganesh has come to us from the earth, and the clay symbolizes the earth that Sri Ganesh has come to us from. And we immerse that clay idol in water and make it go back into the earth. So he comes to us, stays with us for 10 days, and then we immerse him on the 10th day and send him back after having worshipped him and pleasing him with all kinds of good things that we offer to him as prayers. And some of you may be aware that in Maharashtra, this festival is celebrated in a huge manner. And one of our leaders, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, started the celebration at a large social level where, people got together and they worshipped one common idol in a society. And that is the occasion when they all get together, meet together, eat together, have all kinds of dance and singing, and everything goes on over there. And this became an occasion when people could all gather together, just as you have Durga Puja in Bengal. Now, Ganesh Chaturthi, of course, has spread to many other states from Maharashtra, and it has become a community affair. But nevertheless, let us all think of Sri Ganesh. Every day you should think of him, because he brings you a lot of good luck, but especially because it's his festival beginning on Friday. So you could read more about him, know more about him. I'm sure your parents, grandparents will have a lot of stories to tell you about him. Okay, so think about it, and also think about what I told you about our DM and the Paralympians. Thank you, children. Let us now stand for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे